Life Advice is brought to you by courtesy of Block Advisors by H&R Block. Small business owners, let's talk taxes. Did you know you could save up to 30% when you file with Block Advisors instead of a typical accountant? Block Advisors by H&R Block provide affordable tax expertise that finds every credit and deduction your business deserves. 100% accuracy guaranteed. Schedule an appointment today at blockadvisors.com/smallbiz. Average savings based on national average fees for federal form 1040 plus Schedule C and one state filing in latest available 2020 survey conducted by the National Society of Accountants. Pricing may vary. See blockadvisors.com/guarantees for full details. The email address is always lifeadvicerr@gmail.com. Heads up, Friday feedback episode likely coming soon. It looks like in 2 weeks, the New Zealand travel pod will drop. We're going to drop it during All-Star break. So we may... little walk-in pronunciation at the end of that sentence. And then we've got, Friday feedback at some point, right? Ceruti, I know you're more in charge of this than I am, but I just want to make sure I'm not talking out of my...
Yeah, we've got, because you're, we got, a week after the Super Bowl, we've got, I think we're going to do Denny Hamlin, which is we're getting a little NASCAR action in.
Yeah.
Then we've got maybe some recruiting story stuff going on. Then we got the travel log. Then we've got a Friday feedback. So we got actually jam-packed stuff coming up after football season.
We got Kyle with us. Standing Kyle.
Standing Kyle.
So is your back messed up, or does someone steal your chair?
No, I'm 2 years of an office chair that was like $99 at Staples. I'm a big leaner backer guy. I know even since I was in grade school, I've been getting reprimanded for leaning back and doing like tricks on my chairs and like doing a real balancing act. And after 2 years of leaning back, it just snapped in the middle of a One Shining Pod recording, and I may have slipped a disc. So I've had a standing desk this whole time, but now we are in stand mode until further notice.
I have a standing desk too. I don't use it a ton.
I don't like it either.
Maybe this is going to be a new Kyle, I guess.
The sound I let out when that thing snapped was unreal. Like, I mean, I almost wish it was recorded, because that was like my wife ran in the room. She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I don't think so." But I did.
Are you on meds right now?
No, well, a little ibuprofen, but I know it's not good for your gut. So I'm trying to keep it sparse. Did a 3.5 mile walk yesterday, just to try to get stuff moving. I'm doing okay. But I'll be standing for probably at least the next week till I can zero in on a chair I really want.
So you're worried about the ibuprofen intake right now, is what you're saying?
Well, just I'm not trying to pop it like, Pez or anything. It's like you try to keep the schedule. It's like, all right, it's been 6 hours, and, it gets a little better. It's really when I wake up, the last 2 days that I woke up, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I feel that. But it's okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop leaning back in my chairs. I can tell you that. That's a lifestyle.
Lean back. There we go.
Shut up, Fat Joe,
Also, a.k.a. Kyle, courtside Kyle. You going to SC game tonight or tomorrow? Courtside.
That's tomorrow, courtside. And we might be the biggest stars in the row, because I know LeBron's going to be in Boston. So I checked that out. I was like, maybe now I should get a little more shine, try to stand out a little more. So now that I know I don't have that fierce competition.
It's too bad. I was thinking about meeting up with you guys, but probably can't because I got an early Friday. Get to the emails?
We're good.
Let's get to the emails. This one, the title reads, "Did I go too hard at my company ice skating event?" Told you this one was very specific. 6'2", 200 pounds, player comp is Dennis Rodman. We're going to answer this just on the comp alone. Yes. Hey guys, I've been learning to ice skate this winter and taking it pretty seriously. I started rollerblading over the summer and been to the rink every weekend this winter. I bought my first pair of skates last week. For context, I'm very shaky, but usually top 10% on public ice.
Wow, public
I can go pretty fast and easily switch going forwards and backwards. My company, consulting/accounting, rented out the Frog Pond in Boston for 90 minutes, and I was pumped to get the free ice time. Frog Pond is great. Great experience. It's an incredible day date. If you want to make that move, you got to be a decent level of ice skating. But look, that's where George W. and the first guys got together to get this land, away from the monarchy. So just be respectful when you're there. Anyway, so people were taking it pretty easy. It felt more like networking event, but I get antsy and it becomes a normal training session in my cardio for the week. I'm going full out, trying 360 jumps and different tricks, falling over at least 10 times, causing 3 different people to ask me, "Are you okay?" As the ice got emptier, I only wanted to go harder because I never get time on an empty rink. What do you think about going hard like this at a company social event? Should I take it easy next time? This happened last night. I have a strong feeling of regret and shame. Yes. Thanks for reading. Love the pod. Yeah, you went too hard, dude. You went way too hard. I've never been in the corporate structure enough to really have to worry about this stuff at all. Basically, it was kind of like just don't get annihilated like the sales guys at an ESPN Super Bowl party. That was pretty much like the only rule. Because by the time I was there, the legendary Christmas party was already phasing out a bit, and I would have had to have gotten a hotel to even go to. I don't even know if I would have been invited to it as a fill-in. So I never even went. I never even made it to the Christmas party.
Damn.
Yep. But I think those days were over. Gammon's taking his shirt off. Like, you want fucking diamond notes? So anyway, I don't even know if there's any debate about this whatsoever. I mean, you seem like a pretty intense guy. When you said I'm shaky, but usually top 10% on public ice, how do you come to that number? Are you like, maybe you should be an advanced scout. You're sizing up everybody's ability going, hey, I'm top 10% despite still being a little shaky. And I get the free ice time, but I imagine you're like fresh out of college. You have to be fresh out of college to do something like this, guys.
There's so many good comps. I don't even think I could zero in on one. I do want to say I think we have different ideas of who George W is, but that's cool.
I was gonna say same thing.
My W was a little more recently, but I think this is an easy went way too hard. When people are asking you like, are you okay? Like, that's like, you basically did get too drunk at the party. You know what I mean? It's like you're a spectacle now. And yeah, this
is weirder though. Like, this is better than getting too drunk, but it's also not.
Yeah,
is it though? Because at least getting drunk at a party is understandable.
Like, everyone understands that one.
Yeah, this is such a uniquely like weird thing to do. I will say, like, it makes me think of the guy. Was it last week who basically was just like yamming on people at the work pickup basketball game?
But those guys think that guy's awesome.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you had an open gym and you were just like absolutely dominating in hoops, it would be different. Like, ice skating it's just like everyone's going around the circle or trying to have a good time. You can't overdo it. You clearly overdid it. And I know, like, the training thing, I respect the training thing. I respect you want to get better or whatever. You don't get the ice time. But it's not worth the image that now everyone's going to think of you for the rest of your time at this job. They're going to think you're a hardo ice skating guy, which is such a weird niche thing to be under. So I kind of think you fucked up, man. Sorry.
We're in agreement on this one. Now, it's like, how bad did you fuck it? The point is that it was kind of avoidable.
Right.
And I hope you're fresh out of college. Like, if you follow up and you're like, oh, I'm 38.
Just can never get out of the house anymore. You know, get kids.
Yeah. What makes him happy, man, you know?
Take what I can get.
He doesn't get a lot of things in life. This is what he gets. He gets an open gym. Honestly, that would probably change the way I think about this if he was older. I might even respect it more, because old guys not giving a fuck about any of their surroundings, the older I get, I kind of respect.
This was the only way he could convince his wife like he needed to. He gets 2 hours out, away from home.
I'm trying to picture this because I know it. I've been there. I can't skate for shit, but I did it like, is it like a nice thing to do to make it seem like I was mature, courting the fair
date
sex.
Night.
Yeah. Date day.
There's some real advice. There you go.
Yeah. But
take her ice skating.
Oh, they love it. They love it. And then if you're not any good, it's like, you're just this little bird. Trying to
look at he's vulnerable. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to show that he's not good at something. Yeah.
I like that he tries new things. He broke his elbow, but let's try to figure that. He has to be younger, though, right? He has to be younger.
Yeah, no. It's funnier if he's older, but he has to be younger.
And think about how they're looking at you. Like, you're like so pumped. And I've been that guy for like pickup basketball games, okay? Where you're like, oh, I can't wait to do this. And
these guys don't even know.
Right. But then you have like, I guess this other moment where you're like, how much time do we have left? Another 20 minutes. All right, I'm headed back out there. and they're like, man, like, this guy's really into it. So I'm hoping there were other first impressions than this one, other than intensely aggressive figure skating guy. Because what happened when you came back? Did you come back to them and go, did you see some of those turns? See some of those turns over there? Like, yeah. No, I'm starting to get it. Just got these skates this week for this. You guys want to go back out? Couple more runs? So
yeah, they folded you into like 5 other stereotypes that you won't even know about. Because if you're this guy, they're like, what else are you?
We're definitely not helping.
Yeah, you're all these other guys now that you don't even know.
Because here's where I could wrap this up. Because here's what you need to understand. when you're entering, again, this guy's younger, this is going to be so funny if he just emails back and he's like, not even close. I've been in the company 20 years. And if you, all right, you know what? If you've been there 20 years, whatever, like, don't even worry about
brother.
it. Keep it moving. Good for you. Take your shirt off next time. But there will be these realizations of, like, when you're 23 and 24, you think you're real, and you're not. You just aren't. You're like a fake adult.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the best way possible, because I miss those years more than maybe any other years ever. But you spend, at least I did, a ton of time thinking that, like, oh, I should do this or I should do that. And it's like you're still kind of fucking it up because your instincts are still rattled from being at home most of your life and then fake adult life in college, or then whatever else you did post actually getting out of the house. So you have to kind of worry about these moments where you can have the real adults be like, is this guy still a fucking idiot? Right? Like, they may think it, but they don't want you to prove it. Like, I remember one friend of ours who, we went to a hockey game together and we were like 23 or 24. One dude throws in a dip. He throws the tin to the other guy, which is protocol for what had been happening for all the years of college. And the guy hands it back the tin and goes, yeah, dude, I don't dip in public.
Like, he couldn't even think if that could happen. Right.
Right. And the rest of us were like, wait, what? You fuck senator? Like, what are you talking about? You know, and then of course there's other things, but like, you put anything else in your mouth and be like, all right, dude, you're going too far. Right. And then I just was like, guys couldn't fathom that he was like, no, if I'm going to be out and about in a public place now, meanwhile, like 3 other guys have drool all over their face. He's just like, I'm not going to do that in a public setting. And guys are like, dude, you're at a hockey game. Like, what are you worried about?
It'd be rude not to.
Right. Like, you're the dick.
This is their culture, man.
But
don't be disrespectful.
It was him understanding that if he was going to be like out in public and he worked for some software company that was decent enough size, he could have been running into somebody else. He's like, you know what, dude? I don't want to have my hand down my pants and my lax shorts with a huge fucking dip in and being like, oh, hey, this is our CFO. And the other guys were like, he would think you're awesome. Why would you, like, well, you know, again. So
hard to know when you're in the good days. Am I right?
Right. I'm just trying to tell you that there is this balancing act that you'll likely have like the wrong instincts of, but that guy actually at the hockey game, he was kind of right. It just took us a long time to realize what he was doing, like where his head was at. Like, his head was at a different. I remember another roommate who then, for whatever reason, towards the last 2 months of our senior year, he started setting an alarm at 6 a.m., prepping his body to go to work. So when he joined the workforce, we hated that idea.
That's weird.
That went over. If anything, it's like, you got 2 more months of freedom. Because he was going to be one of those guys, and I think it was like a parent mandate deal where as soon as you graduate, and he wasn't going to have any loans. I think his family had paid the full freight of all of his college. Like, we're paying for this. As soon as you get that degree, you're not going to Europe. You're not dicking around in Jackson Hole for the summer. You're going to work, and that's exactly what he did. And he prepped himself. He used to save money. I don't know. He's amazing. Good guy.
Amazing.
Save money in college?
Yeah. He had like savings.
Oh my God.
When he graduated, he had not money from graduating like gifts. He had actual real savings because he like budgeted out everything that he would need. And then was like, I need this much money for, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.